Join with me in consciousness as we spend the next 15 minutes together in meditation. Allow the words that I speak to be the words of your own heart. Relax and breathe into the moment, and know that you are safe. Wake up and live. Set your sights high. The higher, the better. Expect the most wonderful things to happen, not in the future, but right now. Realize that nothing is too good. Allow absolutely nothing to hamper you or hold you up in any way. It is all available for you right now. Be enthusiastic about life. It is a wonderful life. Make it so by your enthusiasm. So I will continue speaking in the first person. As I breathe and relax into this moment, I recognize there is only one divine essence that permeates all things seen and unseen. It is the field of pure potentiality. Some call it God, the universe, all that is. Join with me for the next 15 minutes. Today I choose to wake up and live. Today I set my sights high, higher than ever before. I expect the most wonderful things to happen. Right now, not in the future, right now. I realize that nothing is too good. I allow absolutely nothing to hamper me or hold me up in any way. I know I am a free agent in the universe. I am enthusiastic about life. It is a wonderful life. I make it so by my enthusiasm. I learn to be very clear and definite about what I desire in life. I choose to be clear and definite. I can do all things. I can be all things. When I have faith and trust in my connection to Spirit, all things are possible for me. I have confidence in my ability to do all things, because I am drawing from the substance that is God. God is all of me. God is my all and all. Today I stride forward with a firm, steady step, knowing with a deep, certain inner knowing that I reach every goal I set for myself. I see it happening every day. I achieve every aim. I start doing this today. I choose to do it today. Procrastination is for others, not for me. I get things done. I choose to be clear rather than vague. I choose to know rather than hope. I know that today change occurs because I choose to allow it. I know everything falls into place for me. I choose to live a full and glorious life. There's nothing vague about my intentions. So in this moment, I take positive action. I start the wheels turning. I know that once I do my part and set my intention, that I receive help, all the help I need. That's when it begins, when I choose. I know that Spirit helps me through me. Today I choose. Something is happening because I am taking action. I am ready to soar to greater heights. My heart is filled with praise and thanksgiving. But like a tiny bird, I have to take off from the ground. I have to make that special effort. It is easy for me, for I have everything I need. It is a joyous, light-hearted effort. It is a graceful effort. And as I lift off the ground, like that little bird, I can go as high as I choose in complete freedom. I choose to take action to change my life today. When I have a desire, I know I can achieve it. I know it already exists in the mind of God. I choose to allow it in. I hear the universe say yes to me, and I say yes to it. I know everything is possible with God. The takeoff of an airplane from the ground demands a special boost of power. When I go within, I receive my special boost of power, and I am on my way. There is no greater power than the power of Spirit, and I am always connected. It is available to me at any time. It is always available to me. Today I choose to draw from it. I am ready, and I know how to use it correctly. It is always unfolding for my highest and best. And I am ready now. I am surrounded by beauty everywhere. I open my eyes and see it, and give constant thanks for it. I allow these things of beauty to transform me and inspire me, always transforming me to my highest and best. Beauty draws the very best out of me and unites me with Spirit. The beauty that is within me goes beyond just me. It is everywhere present all the time. Beauty is Spirit. I allow the beauty that is me to shine forth. I fill my heart and my mind with beautiful thoughts, for I am beauty. Today I choose to look for the beautiful things all around me. I choose to see beauty in everything. And when I look deep enough and long enough, I see it in me as well. I rise above the illusions of life, and through my eyes looking for beauty, I am able to transform all the illusions. I know that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I know it is also deep within me. I go forth this day determined to see beauty in everyone and everything. It's unfolding for me now. Love and beauty go hand in hand. I let the universal love flow in and through every aspect of my being. I feel it bringing unity and oneness to all my experiences, to all my thoughts. As I open my heart, the love keeps flowing. And the more I love, the more there is to love. I know the words "love one another," and I know it begins with me. I know, despite appearances, everyone is one with God. Today I know this to be the truth, and I see through the eyes of love. Universal love flows freely. It does not pick and choose who is going to be loved. Everyone is loved, for everyone is love. Universal love is the same for everyone. It is within me and within everyone else as well. I am filled to the brim with this wondrous love. Today I choose to be aware of the love that I am. I choose to be aware of the friendly universe that I live in. I choose to recognize how I am fully supported by this love. Today I open up and I accept my love. I accept that I am loved by the universe. I choose to be open and expressive of this love and compassion. It is beyond my personality. It is the highest and best of me. Divine love is not possessive or stifling. It is open and expansive. Today I am open and expansive. Today I am open to demonstrate my love to everyone I meet. I know that love is the greatest uniting factor in the universe. So today I choose to love, love, love. So it is in this moment that I raise my consciousness to the true awareness and understanding that I am one with all that is. I am so grateful for this knowledge, so grateful for this allowing, and so thankful for my life. And it is with an open, humble heart that I release the how to the universe. And so it is.
As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me, my heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace. As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me, my heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace. As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me, my heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. surrender. I am peace. As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me. My heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me. My heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace. As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me. My heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace. As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me. My heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings to everything that comes to me. My heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace. As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me. My heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace. I surrender. I am peace. I surrender. I
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Hamilton. And welcome to all those online at home. Welcome, or if you're not home, wherever you may be. My name is Reverend Pat Ball, and I am a retired Unity minister, and I am your host for this wonderful celebration today. Unity of Hamilton is a tithing center. 10% of all we receive goes out to bless various charities. Of course, 5% of that, no, 50% of the 10% goes to Unity Canada to support their activities in supporting Canadian churches. And the other 10%, the other 50% goes to food for kids. I think we have last week's, yes, we have last week's PowerPoint up. So there will be a brief moment while Anne prays. That never changes.
So let's pray that they find the right PowerPoint for us today, or else we'll wing it. So join with me in consciousness as I relax into this moment, knowing that in the oneness of spirit, everything is unfolding perfectly. For I'm always fully supported, fully loved, and have every reason to be grateful. So I breathe, I relax, and I know that as I look after me and my thoughts, that it ripples out from me and reveals itself as the most amazing life. So grateful to know that I am the architect of my life. I move forward in grace. I let go and I let it be so. Please join with me in affirming. And so it is. And so while we're waiting, I was watching some things on Facebook. You know, there's videos and different memes and things like that. And there was one this morning where a woman said, you know, 90% of the things that I worry about don't end up happening. And then she said, prayer works and worrying works. And I thought, yeah, that's one way of looking at it, and that's making worrying an okay thing to do. And yet, worrying really just keeps us in that helpless kind of state. And so if you've been worrying this week, how's that working for you? And what's it actually doing for you? You know, it's to, you know, someone I spoke to later on in the week, it was probably Thursday or Friday, who said, oh, I was in such a state of worry. And I said, has that helped the situation any? And the answer back was that, well, I decided to pray, but I still worried. And I said, so then that's telling me that you don't trust that, first of all, prayer works, and secondly, that who you're praying to is actually hearing and answering you. And so I ask you, where is it that you're praying to? Who is it that you're praying to? Something outside of yourself? Someone that might say yes or might say no? So they're good questions. So I think that we're finally on, right? Here I Am is the next song.
That's the first song.
So was that a good segue into that?
Yes.
Okay.
Good cover. Life happens, right? I have hope, I have joy, I have laughter, I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am power, I am healed, I have arrived, so here I am. Forever I've been searching from without within, learning to appreciate the wondrous skin I'm in. I'm finding all those qualities I've hidden for so long. Now it's time to let them loose, share them in this song. I have faith, I have hope, I have joy, I have laughter, I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am power, I am healed, I have arrived, so here I am. Letting spirit sing through me, straight and wrong.
Yes, we get to do another opening prayer. Yes, double duty today. So as I connect with the power within, I know that all is well. And as I hear the laughter in this room and I hear it resonating from the universe, I know that being lighthearted is the way to embrace life. And so today, I say to myself, I am embracing the humor in every situation. I choose to be serious when it's required, quiet when it's required, aware when it's required, and joyful as much as possible. So with a grateful heart, I let go and I let it be so. Please join with me in affirming, and so it is. And for those of you that are watching maybe for the first time, I'm Reverend Ann Alkangas, and I am the spiritual director and minister here at Unity Spiritual Center. And I'm so glad that you're here with us. So let's go into I Give Myself Permission by Karen Drucker.
I give myself permission. I give myself permission. I give myself permission. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God, and your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to be who I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free.
You never know what's going to happen. But look at what the absolute word is for today: power. I look within and discover my personal power. Great power lies within me, like a treasure chest full of gold and precious jewels, buried in my own backyard. It's so close that I sometimes overlook it, leading me to search near and far, seeking strength and value outside myself. Yet, my personal power is based on and manifested from my innate power of power, sometimes called dominion. Paul likes that word. Paul Hasselbeck, who wrote this, he likes that word dominion. My power of wisdom and love, along with the principle of creativity and others, are innate gemstones I can discover, learn to express, and share with the world. I am rich in my capacity to use these inherent principles to reach goals as I intentionally create my life. I think, feel, speak, and behave in accordance with abilities derived from my divinity. I shine light on the hidden parts of myself, knowing my personal power comes from expressing my best self. Thank you. I am the place where God shows up.
So appropriate. Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God lives. You are the place. Moves and breathes and has its being. We are the place. I am the place where God shows up. You can sing it with me. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Oh, anybody need a hug? I would invite you, and you at home as well, stand up if you need a hug. And if you see someone standing, go and give them a hug. We'll give you 5 minutes. And if you're watching alone at home, I'm sending you a hug right now.
ones ever. Thanks.
Thank you.
You want to give Anne a hug too?
Well, today we're talking about self-advocacy as a spiritual practice. And what is that? What is self-advocacy? And that is really speaking up for ourselves, looking after ourselves, advocating for what it is that we as an individual might need at any given time. And I was sitting here in the front row, for those of you that are at home watching. In the front row is Pat with her little dog Gracie. And Lori is sitting next to Gracie. And dogs and cats are very good at self-advocacy. I mean, when they want something, they don't hold back. They ask for it. If they're hungry, they ask for it. If they want to go outside, they ask for it. They'll try to make a hole in the door to try and get out because they're advocating for themselves. And Gracie was there licking Lori on the cheek and looking for a hug and looking for warmth in Pat's lap. And I was thinking about how perfect that is for what we're talking about today. So often we think that hard work is in the changing and bettering of ourselves. More often the hardest work is just accepting ourselves where we are right now. And sometimes where we are right now is the need to be quiet, or the need to be on our own, or the need to be with people, the need to maybe sit next to someone but not talk. Maybe it's the need to get a big hug. So self-advocacy is the act of consciously and intentionally supporting and encouraging yourself, recognizing your worth, and prioritizing your requirements. And you know, I don't know if it's typical of all people, but I certainly grew up with needing to pay attention to everyone else and not me first. And that if I was paying attention to me, that was somehow selfish or aggrandizing myself. And that's really wrong, because I think that we need to look after ourselves first before we have more than enough to give to someone else. And so to be able to do that dance, and sometimes it means, yes, helping someone when maybe you're not fully as strong as you need to be, but knowing that when you recognize that maybe you aren't that strong, that you need to take time right after that helping to look after you, whatever that is. So I'd like to look at the power of thought and belief, about your divine nature, and tapping into the universe's creative power, all thinking about self-advocacy. So this is a statement that was made by Eckhart Tolle, and many people have heard me say it and have flipped it around thinking I made a mistake. Life is the dancer, and you are the dance. You are the dance, and God is the dancer. Now, most people would say, no, you are the dancer and God is the dance. But no, spirit, life, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is neutral but full of pure potentiality, ready to take action based on what it is that you decide that you want to experience in life. So it takes action. It becomes the dancer as you make definitive decisions on which way you're choosing to go. So I want you to think about that when you're waiting for help to come from somewhere, when you haven't made up your mind yet, that it needs to come from you first. Because then everything responds. Even the things that you never expected to respond will respond. So using your intellect may not quite grasp that meaning of the dance and the dancer. So wouldn't life be the dance and we are the dancer? You want to go there, don't you? because we somehow feel as though we're the puppet, you know, and fate and everything else is causing our life to be a certain way. But that's not the truth unless you choose it to be, because it's up to you. So what you resist persists. Have you been resisting anything lately? I'll tell you, with this squeaky voice, it's not as squeaky as last week. I spent some time resisting the fact that I had a squeaky voice this week. And it didn't make it go away. The resisting actually made me notice it more. Have you noticed that about resisting? And you're reminded not to fight what life brings to you. How can I, and that was the question I asked myself, what can I do now? Because obviously I don't have control over that. And all kinds of wonderful ideas came to mind, and I did those things. So what can you do now in this place instead of resisting? Your actions and choices that you make, the way that you respond to situations, ultimately shape the trajectory and the outcomes of your life. So, you know, it's in our society, at least I think it is, we're compelled to try and fix things when we see that something is wrong, rather than to, let's say it's someone's life, someone's situation, and you want to go in and jump in and fix it, and you've got all the great ideas for them and everything else, or others have great ideas for you as to how you can fix you, what you can do to fix you. The thing is that spirit within you, when you're quiet enough, will guide you to exactly what you need to do. Your inner state, which is your feelings. How are you feeling, by the way? Pretty good? Resistant? Calm? Peaceful? Worried? Including your beliefs, values, and behaviors actually has a profound impact on the experiences that you have. And I guess really this spiritual journey is about being aware of how you're feeling, what you're thinking, and then being deliberately moving it in another direction. When you relax, surrender, and allow and be the dance, life the dancer will bring you wonders that you could never conceive of on your own. I remember wanting one of those healing cutting boards that you could use a rotary cutter on. And my mother-in-law at the time had one that she was never using, and I didn't even bring it up, but she just, in a conversation, we were over there having tea, and she said, I have this cutting board and rotary cutter, and gave it to me. And I thought, wow, like it just happened so instantaneously. I didn't have to put any effort into it. And 2 weeks later, someone said, oh, did you know that company that you deal with sells big cutting boards like that? And that you can get one from them for a lot cheaper than you could even buy the small ones for. So I ended up getting one that was like 4 feet by 6 feet that I could cut large pieces of fabric on. But if I had gone and pushed forward trying to find it, I probably would have paid 3 times the amount, maybe not found it as easily. But because I relaxed into it and it showed up in the most amazing ways, everything turned out really well. And that's just a simple example of how relaxing into it, trusting, turns out better than you could imagine. So this is a statement that I have heard now. It's got to be 20 years ago now. And it was a minister in San Francisco. He was a Reverend Dr. Neil Scott. And he said, God doesn't know what's going to happen until you make up your mind. So if you've been waiting for something to happen for you, God, Spirit, the energy that is everywhere, that is within you, isn't going to go into action until you have made up your mind on what direction you want to go. So if you want to worry, God says, okay, good. Let me give you more to worry about. If you want to be stressed, it says, oh, good. Let me give you even more reasons to be stressed. Or Or if you choose to be joyful, creative, loving, prosperous, healthy, then God goes, oh, good, yes. I'll give you all the ideas you need to move forward in that direction. So you need you more than anyone else. And if you haven't been looking after you, including your thinking and your feeling, your sleeping and your health, your need for hugs and loving, then you're probably not feeling very complete. And yet you are complete. You just haven't asked for it. So what do you feel the pull towards? What do you feel you would like more of? Reverend Pat is moving to a place that is in the other direction, but about as far away. And she was saying she was worrying about how is she ever going to get her house packed when it needs to be shown to all these people. And the answer came with a simple phone call from her daughter who said, we'll bring an entourage and we'll pack it up for you in less than a day. You don't need to worry. The answer was already there. She didn't need to spend a night not sleeping. But we forget, right? Because we're human, you know, and we think that we need to be in control of everything ourselves. The only thing you need to be in control of is what you're thinking, who you're being. So think about your greatest achievement. Let something come to mind that you would say is one of your greatest achievements, or something that you participated in or created that brings a smile to your face. Just take a moment. Close your eyes if you have to block out the world. What's one of your greatest achievements, or something that you did or something that you created that just makes you feel good, brings a smile? Doesn't that feel good to just remember that? Because this moment right now, and actually all of life, is just about you. And when you take care of you, when you advocate for you, then everything else falls into place. Because I'll tell you, when I'm happy and I'm in a good place, there isn't a thing that'll take me down. How about you? Would you say that's true? And if it does, I merely have to close my eyes for a moment and breathe and say, what's really going on here? How can I really be the best me in this situation? And the answer comes. So maybe this great achievement was when you persevered beyond what you thought was even possible for you. I'd love to hear when we're sharing maybe something that came up. What was your greatest accomplishment or achievement, or something that you'd say, yeah, even if nobody else knows, but it's like, I feel good because I did this. What have you done and accomplished that inspires those feelings for you? Because you know, when you take the time to bring up those feelings, you become a beacon for attracting even more of those feelings. So that, yeah, I was a warrior, I was good, I was great, I was so pleased with myself. When you have those chemicals flowing through your body and that vibration going out from you, then you start to attract to you even more wondrous things. So I invite you, when you have a moment where you're not being your best or you're forgetting, remember who you really are. You are an amazing manifester. I was laughing this week. Brenda, our administrator, is an amazing manifester. She doesn't like using the word God because it has some negative energy to it, but she is as spiritual, if not more, than most people I know. And she had been saying, because we were doing new window films at the front of the building, and we were going to do a new sign on the back door. And so when I spoke to the signage people, I said, I would like to have a sign on the back door to what would you like me to design? And they said, well, just design what you would like and we'll do it for you. And they wanted to know, does the sun shine there very much and things, because it's a metal door and certain things don't handle the sun very well. And Brenda had just in a little comment said, we should get a vinyl wrap done on that back door because that would look really great. And in some of my explorations before this, I had said to whoever I was talking to that, can we do a vinyl wrap on an outside door? And they said, no, it usually doesn't work very well. And it's hard to do. Well, guess what we ended up having? A vinyl wrapped door. And excuse me for coughing. I'm sure. That's okay. So the highest and best back door was a vinyl wrap door, and that's what we ended up getting. So those of you that are watching at home, if you go to our Facebook page, or if you get our newsletter, there's a little video that shows the front and the back in the video and on our Facebook page as well, and how beautiful it looks. So when you advocate for the things that you want in your life, they show up in the most amazing ways. I'd rather have a glass of water. I think that one's an old one, but thank you. That's one of those homemade ones that has effervescence and some flavors, and it might be about a year old, so I don't want to drink that. But he wouldn't have known that. So excuse me as I advocate for myself and cough when I need to, okay? So think about what you gave yourself that made that possible, that achievement. What did you, thank you, Emilio. That's wonderful. I'll take a sip. While you're thinking about what did you give yourself? Was it encouragement? Was it a comment to yourself saying, you can do it? Or did you say to yourself, like I sometimes do, just do it. Just get it done. You know, you don't need to know how all of it works out. It's going to work out. Just do it. And so how much energy and time did you put into that goal? I was remembering when I wanted to learn how to do digital drawing on a computer. That is one heck of a learning curve, guys. Just saying. And that was back in 2013. And what I decided to do was I had a book idea called The Adventures of Velvet, and I had already written the book. But I didn't want anyone else to illustrate it. So I thought this is a great opportunity for me to learn how to graphically draw and also create a book. And that's how I advocated for myself. I gave myself an adventure that I would enjoy so that I could push myself through the thing that I needed to learn so that I would have an end result. So what kind of tickling things do you need to do for yourself, or have you done for yourself, so that you see it through to the end? Maybe it's that you're looking for a new partner, and maybe it's that you need to be braver than you usually are and go to places where you normally might not go. Or for me, maybe it was I need to sit there and just keep doing until I do it well enough. Or maybe if it's your health, maybe it's I need to start going swimming every day or walking every day. What ideas come up for you when you think about that? So what did you commit your energy to, and how did you remain consistent during the process? And I think about my learning the digital drawing. I wanted that book to be complete. And I wasn't going to let anything get in the way. And so there were some days that I was on that computer for 8 to 10 hours. Like that was 400 or 500 hours worth of learning and drawing to be able to get that complete project. But I wanted to see it finished. And I'm committed to finishing this talk in spite of the tickling. So hopefully you can put up with it. You're going to have to, or you'll just go, you know. All those answers stem from self-advocacy. Your greatest achievements are the result of time, energy, and commitment that you invest in yourself, and that is self-advocacy. Like I hadn't been a university type of student for many, many years. And when I was hired here at Unity, I was required to take 10 courses to get my designation as an ordained Unity minister. I was already ordained in religious science, but that wasn't enough to fill the requirements for Unity. And I thought, well, this will be quite easy. And I'm telling you, when was the last time you wrote a 2,000-word essay that was going to get an A or even a B? Oh my God. I mean, it was really quite a challenge, but I love this work and I wanted to work here. And so the only two people who saw the undulations that I went through emotionally was Brenda and Randy, because they saw me in the throes of attempting to do the best that I could. But I wanted the end result. And so that was what drove me to go there. But that was self-advocacy. It didn't matter what you thought of me, though that matters. But what mattered was what I thought of me. Right? Self-advocacy means consciously deciding that you're deserving of your best time and energy. So if you haven't been doing that, what are you waiting for? Because no one is going to care about you as much as you do. And if you have people who care about you, that's wonderful. But they're never going to care about you like you do. So it means supporting and taking action, allowing your best interests to guide you towards accomplishing your goals and meeting your needs. By advocating for yourself, you acknowledge your worth, the value of your time and strengths. It's not selfish and it's not mean. It's about recognizing your own abilities and investing in yourself. So, you know, many of us really, really care about what other people think. And so it can be really challenging to say no, when really what you need to say is no, because you're needing to look after yourself or something that isn't going to be that helpful, right? And it's not being mean. It's recognizing that who you are has to come first. So you don't have to be perfect to cause God, universe, life, whatever you want to call it, to like or support you. It loves you. It loves you. And you're loved just the way you are. So advocate for yourself by deprogramming from your false core belief that God, life will rescue you if you do nothing when you have the opportunity to do something. There are 5 unity principles, and the 5th one is take action. Do you know what the other 4 are? God is, I am, my thoughts create, and prayer and meditation move me there, being grateful, and then taking action. So if you've been saying, okay, well, I'm praying and I'm praying and I'm praying and I'm praying and praying and I'm praying and nothing's happening, well, what are you doing about it? Because it's not going to happen just because you pray. There is an action step. That's like saying, well, I'm thinking about going to the gym. I'm thinking about going to the gym. I'm thinking about going to the gym. And you think, why isn't my body changing? Well, hello. It's the same thing. I know it's silly, but it's true. So when you think of advocating for yourself, defending yourself, sticking up for yourself, speaking your truth, you know, sometimes we're silent when we really should speak up for ourselves and for others. But using your voice doesn't have to be aggressive. You don't have to be mean to yourself either and say, oh, I was such an idiot. It's like, oh, I guess I forgot. How can I be loving and move forward anyway? So most of the time it's just quietly saying what you know to be true and leaving it at that. No need to defend your stand. In fact, it's usually better not to. You know, when you defend, it's almost as though you're saying, I can be talked out of this. But when you're quietly determined, you're determined. There is far more power in stating your experience or your belief about something and refusing to engage in an argument that will go nowhere. Have you ever made a statement that is really true for you, but then you felt as though you have to try and convince the other person? It doesn't matter whether they're convinced or not. What matters is how you feel about it. So when you remember who you are, you have the superpower of infinite. Trust that as you advocate for yourself, your life transforms in wondrous ways. So I hope you think about that this week. And I'm not saying don't care about other people, but look after yourself too, and first if you can. Because God doesn't know what's going to happen until you make up your mind. There's the parable of the talents from Matthew 25. And it's a lesson actually in self-advocacy. And the story goes that the master gives talents to his servants and expects them to use them wisely. 2 of the servants multiply their talents through intentional investment and are rewarded with more. However, 1 servant does nothing with his talent and faces the consequences. And it's not that that servant didn't have the talents, just didn't use them. So when you advocate for yourself and invest your time, energy, and resources in your strengths, you're rewarded with physical blessings and also with mental, spiritual, and emotional support. Because God doesn't know what's going to happen till you make up your mind. So we talked about how your thoughts and your beliefs have power. But that power is God power within you. And it is greater than anything you can imagine because you are divine. And when you tap into it and you advocate for yourself, it's all good. Hopefully that's not too loud for you at home. So let's say this statement together. I am the dance. God is the dancer. And so it is. Now I'm not going to talk anymore.
Okay, this is a new song. People try to tell me who I'm supposed to be, but now I know the truth, and that truth has set me free. The media tries to tell me each and I'm worthy. I know what I know what I'm worth. I know it, know it, know it. Know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I know it, know it, know it. Know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I know it, know it, know it. Know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. When push comes to shove,
Know what I'm worth.
I am a beacon of love. Yeah,
Know what I'm worth.
I'm an angel of light.
Shining, shining, shining so bright. I'm worthy.
Say it every day.
I'm worthy.
No to my core.
I'm worthy.
Tell me I'm not enough. I'm fabulous. I struck my stuff. I did my time for all to see. I'm the man I'm meant to be. I'm worthy.
I'm worthy.
I'm worthy.
I'm worthy.
I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I know it. Know it. Know it. Know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I know it. Know it. Know it. Know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I know it. Know it. Know it. Know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I know.
Oh, what you're worth. Whew, that was quite the talk. Amazing. And the song, both amazing. So, has anybody got anything they want to share? Yeah, what was your greatest achievement? Who'd like to share? All right, so just a seckie. There we go.
I did something that I didn't feel, well, I don't know if I felt good or bad about it, but what I did was I gave something important to a family member and I didn't let my husband know about it. Then that family member died and I was left with this thing and I worried about the fact that I had kept it a secret. However, when I told my husband, it was weird. He didn't say anything. This was something that I thought that he'd be really angry about. So my takeaway was that when I started advocating for myself and doing what I knew at the time was necessary, it all turned out well in the end.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Who else has something to share? Bruce.
Okay, two things. I learned to advocate for my children before I advocated for myself. And I discovered things in school that if I didn't speak up for my kids, they'd get blamed. Their self-esteem wasn't working. I won't get into the specifics, but I found that to be very important. And I guess the most, oh boy, important advocacy that I said to myself was, I went to a singles dance one night, and there's one girl that everybody, all these guys go up and ask her to dance, and she'd say no. So I thought, go try my luck type of thing. Sorry, that's not the right word. So I went up and said, would you care to dance? And she said, I'm married. And I said, I didn't ask you to marry me. I said, do you want to dance? So she did.
Good for you. Oh, is there anything online?
No, I asked them.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for sharing. What, Margot, did you have your hand up? Oh,
I had a wonderful experience that kept me floating for a long time. I was a musician. I played the piano, and I did that for 20 years nonstop. And I remember I was in a beautiful, swanky hall, and the leaders were all doctors from this area, Hamilton and so on, and they were giving out I forgot what they were giving to the people who were all becoming doctors. This is the audience. And it was a lovely place. And I was just in heaven playing this grand piano in this big hall. And during this time, a woman came up to me, very beautiful, really fancy woman. And she said, I just want to tell you that this has made this a very special thing. And she said, thank you so much for the music.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. That's wonderful, Margot. Yeah. Well, my takeaway, I know about the uselessness of worry. I tell people, I teach it. I know about it, but I could not last night, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So what I said, I realized I've got to change my thoughts. This is not helping to be worrying about worrying, which is even more useless. And what I did was I turned on your YouTube channel and I started listening to Reverend Ann with the meditations. And what I really did, I turned the speed down to 80% instead of 100%, and your voice was just drown. Next thing I knew, my daughter's phoning me at 7:30. So, you need help sometimes to change the power of your own thoughts. It's just, thank you. That was a great accomplishment that you did for me last night. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, sure. Wendy has one.
I'm trying to think how to give the abridged version of this. But anyway, I was so fortunate to do most of my life a job that I really, really loved as a speech language pathologist working with children. And at one point in my career, I was working at home care, and one of the disorders that we were helping children overcome was stuttering. And it was like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. Like, I really felt like that was not my thing at all. But anyway, I embraced it. I decided, let's go for this. And we ended up having summer camps for kids that stuttered. And my partner and I worked with the teenagers. And it was just the most glorious thing. I loved it so much. It was so much fun. We worked a lot on helping these children build their self-esteem and their self-confidence. And I can tell you that 30 years later, I still run into some of these people who are now in their 40s. And they'll see me someplace and they'll say, that camp was the best thing that ever happened to me. And that really felt good.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much, Wendy. That was great. That was great. Well, thank you, everybody. And I know, if you want to write, if you're online, or even if you're here and you think about it after, put it on the YouTube channel. Put it on the comments. Send us a note, because we can celebrate with you. Now it's time for conscious giving of your treasure. And so those of you that you can e-transfer to admit at unityspiritualcenter.com, and make sure that you spell center the Canadian way, because there are a lot of Unity Spiritual Centers in the U.S. and we don't want the money going the wrong place, right? And of course, if you want to write a check, you make it out to Unity Spiritual Center. Let's say the affirmation, and as you're saying it, really know this is what you are affirming. Let's say it. Divine love that I am blesses all I give and all I receive. And you can click on the subscribe for the YouTube channel, and then that's what I did. You see, I was subscribed, but then there's a thing that says go to channel, and so then I clicked on that, and all I got was Reverend Ann's. So it's wonderful. Thank you.
I'm grateful to have learned the truth. I've listened to the words my heart has spoken. shadow to me. I see the love and beauty that abounds me. No longer cling to thoughts I thought protected me. I've braved it all, and now I live with purpose. I am free from all the shackles that surround me. Free to choose to give my life new meaning. Free to change, to love and fold my destiny. I am free. I bless my past mistakes. Bless all the scars they've made. I bless them all, the lessons learned. They brought me where I am today. I am free from all the shackles that surround me. Free to choose to give my life new meaning. Free to change, to love and fold my destiny. I am free from all the shackles that surround me. Free to choose to give my life new meaning. Free to change, to love and fold my destiny. I am
Oh, so know that we are here to pray with you when you forget that you're divine. You can send it to prayer@unityspiritualcenter.com or fill out a prayer request form here and place it in the prayer box. Let's say this prayer of protection together, just to remind us of who we are. The light of God surrounds you. I am the light. The love of God enfolds you. I am the love. The power of God protects you. I am the power. The presence of God watches over you. I am the presence. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. And let's sing Happy Birthday before we sing our last song.
all right. Happy birthday, May celebrants. Anyone in yes? Oh, Gracie. You too? Oh, happy birthday, Bruce. Hey, happy birthday, Bruce. All right, so let's all sing happy birthday. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Everyone born in the month of May, especially Bruce and Gracie who are here today. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now. If I were brave, yes, self-advocacy, I am brave. I sure hope you can. What would I do if I knew that I could not fail? If I believed with the wind always fill up my sails, how far would I go? What could I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge where true believers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? What would you ask if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of the sea, are there miracles in you and me? You know there are. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge where true believers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? If I refuse to listen to the voice of fear, would the voice of courage whisper in my ear? Maybe this is what I feel. I am brave enough to move ahead where true believers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today? I am brave. What will I do today? I am brave. What will I do today?
Thank you. And we've gone 12 minutes over what we normally do, but that's because we did a lot of hugging today and a lot of sharing too. So thank you for those of you that stayed right till the end and know that I love you. Bye for now, and we're going to eat cake as a reward.